I need you to do one other job. And this comes straight from the president.
Oh.
Already
January
making
8th.
plans already.
It's been 8 days. It's been 8 days since.
Yeah.
Tiago.
Yep.
And 5 days since Commander Sinclair was recalled to Earth without explanation.
Oh,
Wow.
what?
They're taking over the house will take over Babylon 5, bro. Hi guys, we are nice. I'm Ray.
I'm Michael.
I'm Julien.
And I'm Gerard.
Guys, that season 1 was phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal. And we are going headstrong into season 2, getting ready to see what's going on. That popped off in such a way where, I mean, so many things happened.
So many things.
So many things happened between what happened with Dylan, what happened with Kosh, what happened to Garibaldi, the president. A lot, like every main player has something going on.
Yes,
like no one was unscathed on that last episode.
12 plots at the same
And it
time.
all started
and they all just good.
with marriage.
I would think it's with marriage. Oh yeah, well,
Marriage brings us here today.
It all started with proposal of getting married. Boom, everything went down.
That, I mean, everybody was involved. Even people we didn't see before, like that guy who shot Garibaldi.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Devereaux.
No, but Devereaux, the guy who set him up. The other guy, his own.
Right. Yep.
Who is that guy? He's keeping an eye on it. Lando he got played. I say he got played because something major happened with him
Dude,
too.
he's being played like
a lot happened, and who knows what season 2, how season 2 gonna play off of what we just saw. You know, and I was saying what we just saw because we're seeing this right after we saw the ending of season 1. Because
quick backstory.
We have been convinced. We have been convinced by our friends, our loved ones, to continue on into season 1. So we are going to watch season 1. This first episode is called Points of Departure. Guys, you got any words before we begin watching this episode?
Yes, he said we got convinced. No, we didn't. We did it for money, guys. He's lying.
Hey, money convinces a lot of people.
He's
Money
lying.
talks. Money talks.
Money talks.
He
Money
saw the
talks.
money coming up.
I want to see now. If you're looking at the stream, I wanted to change that Babylon 5 poster for that's still season 1 poster. So y'all seeing that? Hopefully, I'll change that in the near future for season 2 poster. Well, guys, who would have thought that we're gonna be going right into season 2 today? I am completely when the show starts, I can put a timer.
Okay.
You let me know. Let me know when I can run my show.
No.
Shut up.
So,
You know what? This is happening because of me.
well, guys, with that said, let's begin season 2, Babylon 5, Points of Departure. Let's check this out.
Agamemnon. Yes.
Earth Alliance starship.
I wish I would have known.
Isn't that the king of Sparta?
It is. You are correct.
Those hijackers so much as blink in your direction. Yell.
Who are you?
Initiate jump into hyperspace.
I'm about to say, I was like, are we in the past, future?
Agamemnon. Yeah, that ship. Agamemnon. It's a big ass ship.
We have a renegade warship on our hands.
The Trigati.
Looks like it. We've had 3 separate reports of sightings by ships in that area.
Has it attacked any of them?
Strangely enough, no, it hasn't. I want you to make personal contact with it and coordinate the search.
General, with all due respect, the last time I made personal contact with the Minbari warship, I sent it straight to hell.
You trust? You can get the job done.
You're a tough guy.
I need you to do one other job. And this comes straight from the president.
Oh,
Already.
already
January
making
8th.
plans already.
It's been 8 days. It's been 8 days since.
Yeah.
Tiago. And 5 days since Commander Sinclair was recalled to Earth without explanation.
Oh,
Wow.
what?
They're taking over. The house will take over Babylon 5, bro.
Security Chief Michael Garibaldi remains in critical condition in MedLab. As for Ambassador Delenn, well, something's going on in her quarters. That's for sure.
That is a very thick.
You think so?
I've got a gold channel message for you. It's General Haig.
I'll take it in the briefing room.
She has all this on her shoulders, bro. She's running all this on her own. I mean, they took out all the other players.
Security.
Your commanding officer, Commander Sinclair, will not be returning to Babylon 5. He's being reassigned
What?
permanently.
That's crazy.
No,
All right, don't
That
look, guys.
is crazy.
Don't look at the opening credits here, just in case. What's crazy, guys?
Wow.
That's crazy what we just heard.
So
Just
I
giving it?
think that's why the Minbari
Hit
might
10
be,
seconds, right?
it might
Excuse
not be a renegade ship. It might actually be the Minbari government launching an attack, because remember the Minbari wanted Sinclair as commander, and they wanted it hard.
But this is definitely Home Guard pulling this move on them. I think. I mean, this now that they have power, Sinclair pissed off enough people for them to get him out of here. You know, not to mention the possibility of that. You know, oh my God, the Psych Corps maybe pulling moves too to get him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. But I think they're going to do that like right away.
Reassigning him where?
To the Minbari homeworld. He'll be functioning as the first Earth ambassador allowed permanent residence there.
What?
Never mind, I was wrong.
I've already briefed Captain Sheridan on the situation.
Captain Sheridan. John Sheridan?
That's right, I believe you know it.
Yes, sir. I served under him at the transfer point off Io. He's a good man and a fine officer, but...
Did Delaney already know about this? This general looks like a badass, I'm not gonna lie.
he does.
He's seen
New
some wars,
CEO.
man.
You heard, guys? It looks like it's gonna be this guy.
Yeah, I know. You don't like Sinclair to me.
Welcome aboard, sir. Ambassador Delenn is in a cocoon.
A cocoon? As in a moth or a butterfly?
Yes, sir. About yay high.
I wonder what's gonna come out of that thing.
A warrior.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big dude.
That's a
Your
war.
Babylon 5 is divided into several different sections. Green sector is for diplomatic personnel and is closed to unauthorized personnel.
You're going right there.
Why would they show that?
When I heard about the change in command, I figured we'd get stuck with some high-level bureaucrat, or an admiral, or an ambassador, and...
And why me? Apparently, I was the late president's first choice to replace Sinclair in case anything happened.
Wow, so not this president. I thought it was this president.
Yeah.
That maybe could be a route that he's trying to take instead. So...
I hear they still call you Starkiller.
It was a long time ago. 12 years.
I am very intrigued by that nickname.
Star Killer. What's his name again?
Sheridan?
Sheridan?
John Sheridan?
I just keep seeing Earth Force One blowing up over and over again in my dreams. You know, all my life I thought that I could handle everything and fix any problem. When I saw that, I just realized I couldn't do anything to stop it. I don't think I've ever felt so helpless. I don't like to show weakness.
I mean, she must have some relation with this guy somehow because she's confiding a lot in him.
Yeah, she's
early on.
Sinclair, yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some sense of trust that she's giving off right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he's a good guy.
Remember, she said again, so
Yeah,
they've
she did.
met before. So.
They have.
They know each other.
She was her commanding officer on IO. She said it.
Oh,
I know, but I'm saying the fact that she has this relationship with him I guess it's a good sign who this guy is.
I'll just grab a fast shower, we'll head up to command and control, and I'll give them my good luck speech.
Sir?
It's sort of my, good luck charm.
it's about to be the most home guard specific speech.
You imagine?
You think so?
We are humans. We are better.
We're segregating against.
Kalain!
We do not harm our own kind, Kalain. We never have.
Perhaps it is time to start.
Ooh.
We have intercepted a message from the humans to Minbar. We know they have chosen Sheridan the Star Killer to lead this place. It is an obscenity!
We protested. They ignored us.
Satai Delenn, did she also ignore you? But the Grey Council never tells anyone the whole truth, does it? If you value your life, leave now, while you still can.
I didn't think they
fair
had this type
warning.
of division like this.
At least.
Like, I thought they disagreed. I didn't think they would be like go to blow like this.
That they haven't. This looks like a
Yeah, it's crazy.
like a
Something new.
canon event. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Well, still no change. Managed to stabilize his condition. Dropped in as many region packs we think his body can handle. Now all we can do is wait and see if he comes out of the coma.
Get well.
You know what I would do, right?
What?
Get a prisoner.
Get a prisoner?
Hook him up to that machine.
I'm sorry to bother you, sir, but I've got security on the link. They've got him in Bari demanding to speak to you. He won't say what it's about, only that it involves the safety of the station. He says it's absolutely urgent.
Carry on.
You know, it's going to be hard, I guess, to fill in the shoes of Sinclair, because Sinclair
With
did
how
so
well
much.
he ended up
And the
handling.
respect that he got to fill in those shoes.
Yeah.
His name is Calais. He was second in command of one of our flagship cruisers during the war with your people. He has not been seen since the end of the war. If you will arrange to have him apprehended, I will have him picked up by others and conveyed to Minbar.
You said he was second in command of a Minbari cruiser. Which one?
I don't see what that has to do with this.
Was it the Dragati?
At the end of the war, when our ships were ordered to surrender, one of our war leaders, Sinoval, took his own life rather than obey.
That was mentioned last episode.
Kalain assumed command, and as a final act of protest, they and the cruiser disappeared into self-imposed exile.
You said you're with the Minbari government, the Ministry of Culture.
Yes, that's right.
So how does someone in the Ministry of Culture know a high-ranking member of the warrior caste?
Look at him. Yup.
To answer your question, if I recognized your authority. And the day that a man such as yourself is given a position of this importance is a dark day indeed. We lost many of our best warriors because of you. If there is a doom on this station, it is because you brought it here.
We lost people too, bro.
Only someone in the Grey Council would have had contact with someone that high in the Minbari warrior caste. I mean, they do not normally mix.
At least he's well informed about that.
They're not happy to
Due
see
to the
me
war.
here.
And the Black Star was their flagship.
That's why it made a good target.
Jeez, this guy.
So, I hit on the idea of mining the asteroid field between Jupiter and Mars. A fusion bomb doesn't have to lock onto anything if it's close enough. They took out the Black Star and 3 of their heavy cruisers before they could escape.
The hell? This guy's a badass.
Wouldn't your first target be the representative of that world?
He can fight. We've seen him in there fight. Yep.
If you are going to kill me, then do so.
All right.
Otherwise, I have considerable work to do.
Stand for your woman.
I love this guy, bro. Honestly, he's such
Loyalty.
a...
Lanier?
He's so loyal. Yeah, Lanier. He's such a loyal guy. He's about to throw down.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, Lanier would have won that, I think.
I think, well, I want to believe it. I want to believe that he would.
No,
He's the
Lanier
really,
would've won.
against a warrior cast. I don't know.
You could have killed both of them and been out of there in 2 minutes.
Everyone knows Minbari do not kill Minbari.
Then why are you here?
Because he's here to kill you instead.
Perhaps something else is going on.
Perhaps you are the problem.
What's that supposed to mean?
It was a distraction.
But if you're here, where's your ship?
They're nearby. He said there's stuff, didn't he?
The Black Star was stealth technology.
No, but he took out the Black Star, he said.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah. But that's why it was so hard to lock on.
It concerns the reason you were sent here, the relocation of Commander Sinclair, and the reason we surrendered at the Battle of the Line.
Oh, is he gonna tell the whole thing?
As soon right
What?
before he tells it. So this is the reason.
Trugati has shown up out of nowhere. Right when it's gonna happen.
We should bring one of them aboard for questioning.
Very well, Delenn. Choose.
That one.
That was a lucky choice then.
Yeah, but the fact that you said that one, her order got done quick.
The council discovered something terrible. At first, they refused to believe it, so they took in other humans and had them scanned as well. It is our belief that every generation of Minbari is reborn in each following generation.
Humans are descended from Minbari?
At the Battle of the Line, we discovered where our souls were going. They were going to you.
What?
Minbari souls are being reborn, in part or in full, in human bodies.
So you stopped the war in order to avoid harming your own souls?
Yes. We had all memory of the examination erased from Sinclair's mind, and we let him go. It has been our secret. Now it is yours.
Wow.
Then why break the silence now? I mean, why tell us?
Yeah, really.
Commander Sinclair was the first. There will be more.
Yes.
Captain, we've got something major coming through the jump gate.
A warship?
It has to be that warship. They
Yep.
said that.
Yep, the
It's a
Sheridan.
Minbari cruiser. Her gun ports are open and targeting systems are operational. She's on an attack vector. Repeat, she's on attack vector.
This is crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah, but to say, get in your
Waiting your arrival.
Remember, he stationed his war cruiser nearby. He hasn't told anybody, I think.
Yep. A tracking device?
cyanide. This is berserk power, like a mushroom.
You will release our captain.
And if we refuse?
Captain, she's launching fighters.
All right, episode 1 see me popping off like this.
We're cleared. Godspeed, Zeta Wing.
The 3D is definitely a lot better.
Yes.
There's a huge change,
Yeah,
and the way these ships look.
Any attack on this station will be considered an act of war.
The war has already begun, Captain. All that remains now is honor and death.
Oh, these people are ready to die.
Well, they're alone. They're a rogue ship.
Mm-hmm. They're ready to die.
So far, no one's been killed, so there is no reason for this to escalate unless... Oh, hell.
Because his captain committed suicide. He wanted to commit suicide for that same exact, to start the war, a purpose.
Kalain is dead. They say it looks like suicide.
That's what I was afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Minbari fighters coming at us.
All fighters, intercept enemy craft and engage.
Confirmed, Babylon Control.
Weapons hot.
He's definitely different from Sinclair. Sinclair would be finding a different way.
Sinclair would be on a ship fighting.
That too. But he would also be finding a different way.
Like talking it out to the very last second.
Yeah.
All that remains now is honor and death.
They're on a suicide mission.
Yep.
All fighters hold position.
Sir, what are you doing? If they hold position, they're perfect targets. All fighters confirmed. Maintain position. Do not advance. Repeat, do not advance.
Enemy fighters at 30 kilometers and closing.
Activate jump
Is he trying to call for
Jump
a
gate sequence I.
for a cruiser?
I don't think ours, though. I think Minbari.
Come on, Babylon Control, give us a break here. If we're not allowed to fire, we're dead.
I don't know, Bobby. I mean, if I just sit there, I'd probably be firing.
Captain.
Hold your fire. Continue to hold.
See, this is stressful. He just came into command and everything too.
But they're flying by them. They're not being picked off.
I don't understand. They didn't fire. They're looping back, heading for the Trugati.
Exactly.
They wanted us to shoot first.
Something coming through the jump gate.
Some rules of engagement will change.
Yep, the other cruiser. Someone called it. Forgot who said it.
That's why they didn't fire. They were waiting for reinforcements.
Negative. They're here because I called them. They have been in exile for 12 years. They can't go home. They can't surrender without being dishonored, and they can't fight without a war. By dying by human hands, they become martyrs.
Trigati is breaking away. Shall we open fire?
No, the Minbari will have to do this.
Yeah, don't put the blood in our hands now.
That's still a tricky play though, because they could have attacked.
The crew of the Trigati were heroes to many of our people. Their death will be mourned, and your name will be remembered.
Bro, his name just keeps getting shattered, stepped on.
What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
Your boys came over here and started this mess.
What do you want us to do? Not wise at all.
I'll be like, make sure you pronounce it correctly.
Yeah.
Sheridan.
With an R in the middle. Sheridan.
This whole mess with the Trigati might not have happened if I hadn't been here. In my presence, my actions in the war.
You're a pawn, bro.
I learned a while ago that there's enough guilt in the world to go around without grabbing for more. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt.
See, I can never do this. I'd be like, damn, shit sucks.
I mean,
what do you want me to say, bro? I got a beer.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think he's finding out the fact that like he's a pawn in somebody's game.
They all are.
They say it will take both of our races to stop the darkness. I hope they are right. Because if we are wrong, no one will survive our mistake. Good night, Dylan.
Those shouldn't start coming out.
Oh, you called it. So is she gonna be human now? If that's the case.
What's that? Do you want to see this?
And the episode.
You know how funny it would have been if one of those candles fell and just
exploded?
Yeah.
It was an early Earth president, Abraham Lincoln, who best described our situation.
There's only like one guy listening.
Probably, right? The janitor?
Most likely.
We shall nobly save or meanly lose our last.
Is there no one there?
If there's no one there in the control station, I'm scared of being on Babylon 5.
Yeah, at this time of night.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You would think me 24/7 somebody's here.
Like at least one person.
It's a guy in the corner like...
No one's listening to him. There's no one there.
Nobody. He's actually critically insane. This is all happening in his bathroom right now.
Well, guys, that was episode 1. Season 2, Points of Departure. Okay. All right, I'm going to tell you, it's going to take a while to get used to him. You know, I'm still a little iffy with
like his style and everything like
who
that.
he is, his style, and what I'm going to be
I kind of like him a little bit more than Sinclair. I know that's probably like an inflammatory statement, but
that makes no sense. Why would you say that? Like, how is he better than St. Clair in just 20 minutes of being on the show?
He knows how to actually command, like, and send out people and delegate jobs to do, and not do it himself.
No, you're wrong, Julien.
You're stupid. Okay. Going back to another point, maybe Dylan wasn't
a bad person.
Chewing human killer.
I don't know. I still listen. She's still making decisions there that you know
that she shouldn't have done by
herself. That
herself.
makes sense to me. But okay, I don't know exactly what to think about this episode. To be honest with you, other than the fact that I don't know if what Lanier says. Do you think that's correct? You think he's telling him the whole truth? Do you think that he's? Do you think the real reason that Lanier chose Sinclair as exactly what we just heard? Or is there more to the story?
There could be, The only thing is on the statement that you ended up saying about like what you ended up thinking about the first episode for season 2. Right off the bat, a lot of stuff got answered. A lot of questions.
we don't know if that's true or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe it? Do you think that everything
true,
that
whether if that's the actual answer or not, true. But at least it's something. You know, just the fact that we have something to go base off.
Listen, I don't know. I mean, it sounds kind of weak. Like, that's like a weak excuse. That they think that they're human. That's why this is why I've been kept a secret the whole time. Well, their souls are going into humans.
I think there's more to it, but I do think that that's probably a reason for it. Because remember, the Minbari are very, like, loyal and religious. Not religious, but like spiritual. I guess would be the because we've even seen.
Yeah,
like,
but they also tend to omit stuff.
So, I think at this point, I think somehow the Minbari and humans are going to end up on the same side, right? Just like I think the Narn will also be on our side.
Well, it seems like that's the Minbari wants to be with human. If what we just heard is correct, they're going to be with humans, thinking that they're Minbaris.
Now,
looking at humans as though they're Minbari spirits.
It's light versus dark, right?
What's the good big
light,
enemy?
It's right now, big enemy is the dark, which I'm guessing it's the shadow people, right? It's almost obvious. It points to them, right? Then what I would say is Kosh. When Kosh revealed himself to the Len, it almost seemed like he was light, which of course we know. You know, he's basically light. So my biggest thing is, I don't know if it could be either something where it's rhetorical or it can be something like literally legitimate, like light versus dark, right? If the show, let's say, is foreshadowing that Kosh is on the good side, and of course the shadow people being on the bad side, it's probably going to be a battle between the Centauri and the shadow people, and then the humans, the Minbari, the Narn, and then of course Kosh going against each other. Now, what does that mean at the end? I don't know, because I don't know if at the end the Minbari can go, okay, now we found a way to retain our souls from humans. We just have to have them stop giving birth or something. That could be the thing that doesn't make sense at that point. Like right now, they could be using us, right? Like they're using the humans to fight because they need them, but at the end, they're gonna oppress them and make sure that they're wiped out because we need our Minbari souls back, right? That's my thing. Like, I think in essence is gonna be that's how it's gonna portray the show, but at the end, that's where it's gonna reveal what the real true intentions of the Minbari are.
I wonder if the Minbaris really want to do is use us for a proxy war, you know, and they're just betting on the humans to be. Look at the beginning, right? The land was responding to how humans were fighting, right? Look how they fight. You know, they like it's desperation is bravery, you know. And then they took in Sinclair, which, you know, they tortured the heck out of him, and maybe they showed the fact that they had a fighting spirit. Decided that that's the Minbari spirit in them, and planned to use the humans as a sayer too. And I'm saying that mostly because it's a gamble. And then Lanier just told that the Cocoon, if we're wrong, like he has doubts even with that.
What I understood it was like it was reincarnation, that the Minbari souls have been being reincarnated into human souls, whether it's half or full, and that's what's kind of been going off of that.
Well, could that be propaganda to have people use the humans as a tool?
But then if it was propaganda, then wouldn't they have made that public? They've been keeping it secret, remember? They haven't told any of their generals or anything like that.
But he knew.
Because
he just opened up to humans about that.
Because Delenn told him, and the Great Council members said, listen, if anything happens, tell the humans what we've told you to tell them about the situation.
But I also think that
they're definitely holding stuff back.
The Minbari, let's say the warrior caste.
He did say it.
The warriors, I don't think will accept that.
That's the problem.
They won't accept that. What, the humans are us? Get out of here. They're not going to accept that.
That's why they kept it under wraps as well.
But I was curious. I was thinking because when the Warriors that got exiled, which they didn't want to accept the surrender, the war ending, or whatever.
Gerardi?
Correct. I can't pronounce. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're good.
But they had a thing for some reason. When he ended up holding the other person hostage, right? He was talking about, oh, Sinclair's no longer here, so why should we care? Or like, what was how come Sinclair was so big to the whole aspect that even the warrior people even like accepted it?
That's
what I'm curious about.
I don't think that answer that Lanier just gave is like the full answer. You know, I feel like there's stuff that's being omitted from that. I don't think that's what they fully actually believe. If they do believe that, that feels kind of weak, I think. In the sense that this is why we stopped them because they're us.
Well, the warrior
because they could have taken out the rest of the army and just taken everybody else as hostage, whatever. Then do more real deep test. You know.
Well, they did do multiple tests. Remember?
No, but they could have wiped out whatever was left of the army, and they didn't. They surrendered instead.
Yeah, because they realized that there was Minbari souls going in that were in humans.
Are you buying that for face value? You, Julien?
Yes, I am.
No, I think
I just don't think it's the whole truth. Like I'm saying, it's a partial truth. It's not the rest of the story. There's obviously more to it, but I'm taking that at face value. And then because at the end, Lanier was like, "I didn't tell them everything because Earth has to find out about it on their own."
Then what does that have to do with Kosh?
Huh?
Then what does that have to do with Kosh?
That's where I agree that I'm taking this as face value, but not that it's the whole truth. I think it's almost like a white lie. That's something that they're leaving out.
The Warriors even said it.
Okay,
their type of people don't tell the whole truth every time.
So like
he did say that.
So my biggest thing is that I don't know where Kosh fits in right now. I think of course Kosh could be the one that's doing a proxy war with us, but I think Kosh is also being threatened by the shadow people, and he somehow needs our help, right? By I mean the lower classes below him, not the lower classes, but the lower races below him, right? So he has to use us, right? And that's where Kosh's like overarching plot also thickens, right? Well, what is he gonna do at the finale, right? Because of course
how it benefits him.
We know it's gonna be. We are almost sure there's gonna be a great war, right? At least it's alluding to
yeah, that's gonna be major.
It's something major. They're gonna be alluding to that, right? The Minbari are probably not telling the full truth, but I do believe what they're telling right now is the truth, but not the whole truth. Okay, so how it ends will be what they really lied to us about. So something like, again, where they're taking our souls now, where the roles are reversed, where now instead of them losing souls, it's us losing souls, and we're not having more offspring like they are. Something like that. And where, again, that could be their whole thing. Then Kosh's whole thing is now there's a superior race. We wiped out the shadow people. Now we're the head honchos. We're the one that's going to control everything. We're the one that's going to be the one, like the overarching, emperors of the whole galaxy when it comes to it, right? That's what I believe it to be right now. Right now, this could be completely lies, and the Minbari maybe got threatened. It could be that the Earth actually did have some sort of protection that could really harm the Minbari. It's really unlikely, but it could really be likely, because I just don't see any other plot. Like, what is the other plot?
I don't know. But we still have like 3 more seasons after this. Mm-hmm. So I mean, this can go a million ways.
I have proof I could back this up.
Okay.
The gambling episode. Lanier said Minbari don't lie. That doesn't mean that they don't tell whole truths, but he said that they don't lie. Because you could easily not lie.
You know what? I'm going to say that's not true because in the last episode with the guy who's being buried and cremated and whatnot, they left a piece of rag to give off a wrong sign, a red herring somewhere. And in some ways, that's a form of a lie. Still a lie.
It's not a lie. It's just to deceive.
You're a Minbari lover, bro. That's what your problem is.
Excuse you. Do not.
I really don't think
100%.
that. I don't fully trust the Minbari just yet. I don't. I still think they're conniving. I still think that, matter of fact, that the information they just gave to to Sheridan and to Ivanova, I feel that was crafted.
Do not corrupt my space elves.
That was crafted. That was a crafted statement to let them know that, yeah, this is why we believe in you guys. Just stick with us.
I'll admit, yeah, there's something like that possibly.
It could be, right? Like, and that's why I say it's vague, but I'm more.
It's a bluff. It's a bluff.
I'm more on the
lies
end.
mixed in with the truth.
I'm more that they told a partial truth,
Yes.
right? A partial truth, or not the whole thing, and that there's somehow gonna be like. I really think they're just gonna take their souls back. Like they're gonna find
I
a
don't
way.
know about that.
Like, or they either take the souls back or make sure that we no longer are born as Minbaris or human that are with Minbari souls, right? Yeah. Now it does make sense why Delenn wanted to marry Sinclair. Now
You still stuck with that. That didn't happen.
yeah, he did. They got married. Bro.
They didn't get.
Yes,
you
they did.
think
That was a
did.
marriage thing.
That was
bro.
the marriage thing.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Well,
Do you want a strawberry? Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I got a
bro.
feeling you guys are.
See, now I'm scared of Michael getting married because, like, if he gets married, he'll probably be the first one out
Listen.
of both of us. That something's gonna happen. Now
this is
something's gonna go blow up.
All I
I'm
learned
not gonna be
in this
investigating
episode,
safety.
what I really learned in this episode is the fact that Sheridan's coming with some baggage. He's coming with some enemies. Because even the last guy, the last Minbari who blew up that, well, they went to get down the ship. He was like, he was very short with them. We'll see you again, type of thing. We're not gonna forget your name, type of thing. So he has enemies.
Oh yeah, no,
He
definitely.
blew up some ships. He killed people.
Yeah.
And they're not, they're not giving him the love they gave Sinclair. That's not happening.
Now I got something to say though. Now I'm gonna contradict myself, right?
Oh God.
This is the last one, right? I'm trying not to prolong this a little bit more. But the guy who was part of the Grey Council, right? That this guy basically like found out, Sheridan. He found out that. How would you know if you're part of the
Grey Council?
He's part of the agriculture or whatever.
The Ministry of Culture. Yeah.
How would you know a Great War general like this? And he basically just figured it out that he was part of the Grey Council.
No, he's smart. He's smart.
Now, but let me allude to this, and this is where your point can be coming through. If you're part of the Grey Council and you know that this guy being who he is, the Star Killer, right, is most likely going to end the result of the Minbari and human lives going at war, right? Why not do something more, right? Like
what?
Like, if you're part of the Grey Council, you know that they have human souls, right? Apparently, they you know that
They ended up finding out by extracting
right? That's what we're
Sinclair.
being told. That's what we're being
Whatever.
told, right?
Exactly.
But if it's all a lie, like let's say, then he wouldn't care. Like he didn't. He wouldn't care that they would go to war. Get what I mean? Just like they were about to, but somehow he figured it out and they didn't go to war. Does that make sense? So if he was acting in the best interests of human souls, which are Minbari, or which are Minbari? Yeah, they're Minbari.
Yeah.
The human souls, which are also Minbari souls, why not do more for the humans at this point? Like, why not do more? Get what I mean? Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying.
But that's what I'm saying, because I think,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm contradicting myself. Like, wouldn't you think if you're part of the Grey Council and you have this much pull, you have this much things that you can do, why not do more? Why not put yourself in front of the ship? Why not do something?
Because you have home guard. Not everybody's gonna accept that either. They're not gonna accept it. Not everybody's gonna accept it in the Minbari world, and not everybody's gonna accept it in the human world. The humans are not gonna want to think, "Oh, what do you mean we're part Minbari? That's crap," and it's not gonna be accepted either. So this is a delicate diplomatic situation.
So now, so if you're saying that, that means that at this point, that now you're contradicting yourself.
No,
that you can
I'm not contradicting myself. What I'm trying to say is that they're not telling. You can't tell everybody.
Yeah.
You got to tell certain people.
But he's part of the Grey Council. He was there. 12 years ago, he was there. The Grey Council was there. Grey Council has to know. And they said that the Grey Council knows.
But that's what I'm saying, because I don't think the Grey Council is giving out all the information. I think there's more to it than just that.
No. I know. What I'm trying to say is, though, the Grey Council knows for sure that the humans have Minbari souls, right? Or at least that's what they're saying.
That's the same.
That's the same. If you are part of the Grey Council, or you know this pivotal information, why not save humans who are also Minbari souls? Why not do more for this specific situation so it doesn't go to a firing match?
I think you're
unless it's a lie. Unless it's all a lie, what he told us.
I think
unless it's like,
I think you're forgetting the concept that whether all the Great Council or even just some of the Great Council itself, they're also under religious culture too. So the one assistant, whatever, he ended up saying that the prophecy said that humans will find out on their own. So the fact that they can't just act just because they have the knowledge, they can't just already do the moves because they're the ones that have the answers. They're religious. They have to follow prophecies that's given to them. If that's the case, you're forgetting that concept. That it can't just be all in one
tonight.
go.
I'm gonna be dreaming about Babylon 5 with all this viewing and discussion. Woof.
That's a lot.
It's a
There's
lot.
more
We need a
to
break.
talk about.
There's a lot.
Podcasts.
We need
that
to-
can happen.
There's a lot to happen tonight.
Guys,
We need to let
$100 we'll watch one more.
No, we're not.
episode.
No, give me $1,000.
Reach
I can't.
$100.
I cannot. I cannot.
And we will watch another one.
Before we go, though, I would say this to your question about the Grey Council guy. I think it's his own personal prejudice. Because remember, he didn't like Sheridan either. So I think it's his own personal prejudice. He still felt the religious and social need to at least warn them, but he doesn't want to go the extra step because he doesn't like them. I mean, think about it. If we as humans knew that we were getting reincarnated as cockroaches, would you still kill a cockroach if it was in your kitchen? Think about it. Think about it.
I mean, if I'm religious, he's religious.
I'm looking at the comments. I don't know what's going on in the comment section.
I have no idea.
There's a big discussion going
They
on
started
there.
talking about our
Football
theories, and
French
then they're like,
fries
"All right,
and
you know what? Let's
chips.
change the topic because it's getting
Completely
heated.
lost.
It's
I'm
getting
like,
heated."
what's going on in the
It's getting
comment
heated.
section?
Also, Epcot has food and wine going on, and I've been dying to go.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
you get tickets, don't you? You work
Yeah,
there.
I get free tickets, and I haven't gone yet, but I want to go so
Hey,
badly.
Julien, I just recently turned 21. Hey,
I just
April 11.
I just
Well,
gave
guys.
complimentary tickets to Becky. So
That was season
Next
2,
time.
season
Winter.
2, episode 1. That was
That's all right. Make it a date.
That's a lot to consider. There's a lot to talk about, guys. Okay, well.
Lots of cockroaches here.
Anyway, guys, if you like what we're doing, guys, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us, guys. Please, well, not right now, but please leave any notes you want to leave behind, any comments you want to leave behind, without dropping any spoilers whatsoever. Really appreciate that, guys. This episode, along with every other episode we've done so far for Babylon 5, will be available on our Patreon on the internet for as little as $1 a month. Guys, I don't know what's going on anymore, guys. About to cut this off. Guys, we also have a merchandise store that sells shirts and hats and all that good stuff based off of our nights, guys. Listen, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We have been here for 4.5 hours streaming live
Good old
with
marathon.
our fans. Thanks for hanging out. Much love to all our fans for hanging out with us this long, guys. We are Our Nights. I'm Ray.
Michael.
I'm Julian.
And I'm Gerard.
Guys, we'll see you soon.
Stay
Before
safe,
we
everyone.
sign off,
Take
Papa the
care.
Wonkaina is an amazing potato-related product.